What's going on, world? Coming to you guys again. We got another quick video. Marijuana. Let's talk about it. So, if you guys haven't been paying attention, each year we are growing more inclined to accept marijuana as a recreational substance. Now, for me personally, being the fact that I grew up in an era where marijuana was not uncommon. From the 70s all the way up to the 2000s, marijuana became more and more relatively known through movies, TV shows, music, etc., etc. And although I am not a participant nor a consumer of marijuana, I do happen to see a lot of news articles to where individuals find themselves in the vices of the criminal justice system based off of their entrepreneurial or recreational practices when it comes to cultivating marijuana. Now, our neighbors to the north, Canada, have legalized marijuana for quite some time now. With my understanding, I believe it's 18 years of age to 21 years of age, something of that accord, up to 30 grams for personal use and up to 4 plants per person per house, something like that, right? Now, for me, I'm a huge advocate for recognizing the developmental potential of the mental capacity of every human being. And because marijuana is a plant that grows out of the ground, the reality of the situation is it is highly, or I am highly inclined to legalize marijuana both recreationally and medically. Medically, for individuals who have the capacity, who require it based off of the normative beliefs of illnesses in which marijuana has a history, whether it is longitudinal or latitudinal studies, and also through the basis of individuals who can witness or testify or give testament to its benefits due to their own personal experience with that illness. And that can be based off of individuals anywhere from the age of, say, 16 and above, medicinally, with the supervision of a healthcare provider, and recreationally for individuals whom are at least 25 years of age. On average, the prefrontal cortex does not fully develop until 25 years of age. So recreational marijuana will only be available for individuals whom are at least 25 years of age, to make sure that we can maintain the safety and security and development of all American citizens, especially our children and our youth. Now, as we move forward, if you fall outside of these guidelines, we will not be pursuing a form of criminal action. It will be more of the fines of a civil action and a fine, right? So if you are an individual who goes out of their way to try to consume marijuana recreationally and you are under the age of 25, well, unfortunately, you're going to receive a fine, and you're going to have to pay that fine, and you're going to have to do some type of community-based work projects, right? We're not going to put it on your record, but you will be held accountable for these actions, to include your parent, because your parent is supposed to have some type of understanding and recognition of your whereabouts and your practices and or actions. Outside of that, it's fair game. It's on your personal property. You can't use it or consume it or use it or grow it in public practices or federal parks or anything like that. And if you are living in another facility of another person's accord, you have to get permission from your landlord, your superintendent, your manager, whomever is maintaining the building in which you reside or occupy. These are the normative standards, right? And if you are growing more than, we'll say, 4 plants, well, that would no longer fall into the category of recreational. That would no longer fall into the category of medicinal, and you'd be looking at having to get a commercial license, right? Which means that in order to sell it, well, you would have the necessity to get a license, and there will be proper procedures and protocols as well as classes in which you need to attend for safety measures, et cetera, to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. You're not exposing unnecessary toxins and waste into the water supply, as well as you're not going to burn up the house or create an environment to where criminal activity is lurking based off of the amount in which you're growing, right? So there are ways and fashions to facilitate these measures in order to be successful for every individual and every American citizen. And, you know, this is my personal beliefs as president on marijuana. So, as always, like, share, subscribe, follow, send a comment. And next thing we'll talk about apparently is mushrooms and PTSD or anxiety.